Welcome back to the Charles Eoghan Experience. Ono Flanagan.
Hey man, I thought you were about to pass me a water, but actually we're just introducing the show.
There you go, Chief.
Hey guys.
Guys, this is a huge moment. We have
the one.
An Oxford lecturer, an ex-professional footballer, an ex-Olympian.
Viet Cong paramilitary.
Viet Cong paramilitary.
This is just taking the piss.
The greatest no-gi athlete of all time. Welcome to the show, Christian Ozbek. What a pleasure.
What a pleasure. Man,
so good.
I wish I got the first handshake. Fuck.
Great to have you in here, my friend.
Thanks,
a dear friend to us both. You were the witness of some of the earlier Charles Eoghan shows, and you've been dying to come on.
Well, we've been dying to have you on.
That's true.
And finally, he's accepted our invite.
Finally. Good to see you, Chief.
Good to see you, buddy. Thanks,
Guys,
for the weights.
remember, like, subscribe, buy Christian Ozbek's Judo Instructional on BJJ Fanatics. We say it every week. Get on that.
We do say it every week, religiously.
Every week.
Charles doesn't.
Yeah.
He says buy Owens once.
I say to buy Christians. Don't I?
Yeah,
Promise.
every single week.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Spotify, YouTube, do all that now. Again, thanks to our sponsors, No Faff Marketing.
Yeah, if you were to spend money, it would be on no faff marketing.
It'd be on no
products.
faff marketing.
Yeah, realistically.
Go. Yeah, you say it.
So, SEOs, let's say someone Googles you, you're like 17 pages down. That won't happen anymore. You'll be top of the range. You'll be that one that keeps popping up like a what's the phrase?
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
It keeps coming back.
Yeah, it keeps coming back,
for more.
yeah.
So what she does, she specializes in web design. I'm actually going to hit her up after this. For web design, SEOs, more Google search, so you can generate more leads equals a more profitable business.
Yeah.
If you run any kind of business where you need leads, no faff marketing, that's the one.
It's less effort than doing it yourself.
That's the one.
And that is the truth.
Christian, let's get into it. Good to see you, man.
Can't wait.
How long have you been doing jiu-jitsu for?
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu probably 6 years.
And judo?
I did judo for maybe 10 years before that.
Football?
Played a little bit at school. Never that great.
You played for Valencia. What's the story behind that? What
Valencia
happened?
thing I'm clarifying now is not true.
Why? Well, how did that start?
So we ended up doing, I know you're gonna love this. We ended up doing a football tour
Hold on, one sec.
with the school. Okay. So we went to
football tour.
We went to Spain.
Was this at Eton?
No, this was at
Speaking
Herodian.
to the mic, fam.
So this was at Herodian. And we did a football tour. We went to Spain. We all thought we were really good. Did a few days of training. And then we go play one game. And the night before, someone shaved a mohawk into my head. Like, we all look like absolute gypsies. And we go play a game. Ends 1-1.
You're implying you were asleep, right?
I was actually fully awake for that.
You were fully awake. So essentially, you paid a hairdresser to cut.
Actually, no. It was actually a friend of mine. We just bought out.
He paid
He did it for free. He paid differently. All right, cool.
Exactly. So yeah. Anyway, one game goes all right. Second game goes all right, and then we all start thinking we're really fucking good. Third day, we go and we play Levante's like under 17s team. Turn up, Diego Forlan's agent is there, so we think, fuck, we're all getting signed. Little do we know, the ref in broken English just goes, he's not here for you. We look on the other side, there's 11 Uruguayan fresh imports who have just lined up against us. Half time comes, we're like 8-0 down. I don't think we've seen the ball once.
Not looking good, fam.
It's not looking good, Brev. And 11-0 come full time.
11-8 to you. As in after your ridiculous comeback.
Yeah, 8 goals.
Yeah.
No,
well done, man.
Yeah, that was the end of the football. We obviously realised we were useless.
What does this have to do with Valencia?
But we passed by Valencia. We went to like this fucking place called Heron City, and you've turned Valencia into this whole meme. Like I played international football.
It's like playing tennis on a clay court and tennis on a grass court.
It's very easy to mistake for and in. I played for Valencia. I played in Valencia.
No. It's not easy.
No,
I specified I played in Valencia. You
Eventually-
decided to do 4.
Eventually,
and told the world
you specified.
I was some like hot talent.
Man, I just didn't want to hold you back, and I didn't want people to underestimate you.
No, don't worry. Now they completely overestimate.
There's
me.
also a misconception that you weren't in Mensa. Now, maybe you can
Clarify that.
can you because from my understanding is that you were in Mensa.
So
Please clarify that for the
when I was
for the fans.
when I was younger, I remember my mum made me do a bunch of tests. Ended up getting a pretty high score. One was an IQ test, one was something else, and I ended up at a very young age being, congratulations.
Very clever.
Yeah, that was it.
Talk about the spelling bee. Tell us about the spelling bee.
I also won the Knightsbridge
good area.
Yeah, lovely area.
Yeah.
Knightsbridge
Marco
School spelling bee, and I was given 12 James Bond books for that.
12 James Bond books.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So you got a letter from MENSA after you won the IQ test, or after you did the IQ test, a letter from MENSA came in.
Yeah, and they say, congratulations, your IQ is blah, blah, you qualified for that and that.
Unbelievable.
Man,
That's amazing.
So another joke.
it's humbling to be.
I'm not joking. That we need to clarify these
We're
misconceptions.
clarifying all of them.
This is the easiest way. I mean, billions of people are going to see this.
There's no... yeah, I'm sure. There is zero misconception. This has all just been Owen's attempt at a massive piss take for 6 months that's actually gone successsually well.
And
Oh my God.
at some point, I'm actually afraid that someone is going to genuinely hire you for like the Judo English Olympics team.
They're fucked, bro, if they do it.
They
They're
should.
not learning
They
shit.
should.
The joke is going to backfire, but until then, it's worth it.
It's all worth it.
Yeah.
Someone said to someone at RGA, like, oh, this guy's getting ready for the Olympics. And the other person, no, it was London Grapple. The guy went, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Like
they just fully agreed.
deadpan, seriously.
Yeah.
This has gotten too far.
They just agreed that you're in the Olympics for judo.
But I mean, if you did get scouted for Valencia, you'd accept that. You'd take that job like anyone up here.
You'd be stupid not to get paid 100k a week to kick a football.
You take that job.
Of course, easy money, boy.
You take that.
Shout out Conor McGregor.
Let's get into some questions.
Great, what a fantastic idea.
Segue. Get into them.
Should I whip some out?
Whip it out, fam.
Whip it out, man.
All right.
Maybe I'll go first.
Oh,
Oh
God.
yeah.
I think this is one
Always
for
like seeing
Christian. What is it like being the guy to end Gordon's win streak?
Yeah, this one's not for me, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Next one. What was it like to compete in the first Olympic Games ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
Nice. Definitely wasn't there, or nor have I ever been to any Olympics.
Hold
Just
on, you
clarifying.
definitely said that you were at the first Olympics.
Yeah, in 64.
In
Or what? World War?
In 1964.
No,
That was the
like,
first Olympics.
No, I think 64 was the first time I
No,
had judo. 64 was the first year they did judo.
before that.
What? 2000 BC?
BC.
Yeah.
No, but
With one little fucking leaf around
Don't
my
be
cock.
shy. Don't be humble. It's like, you know,
Tell
this
us.
This is your chance to tell people that you know.
Wrestled a lion.
what?
Yeah.
I'm in the Iliad.
What?
Homer is it?
What is your height and weight?
Oh god, this is gonna be like one of these. What's your size?
What's your shoe
after?
size? Yeah,
Yeah,
come on,
this
come
is
on,
it.
okay,
Luca
come on.
Judo 777. We've all been there.
Yeah.
No, this is a different fella.
Oh god.
What is your height and weight?
What's my height? I don't know. And then weight, I'm like 85 now.
6'4".
6'4".
Yeah.
Adding 8 inches if I stand on my wallet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oi. Is Christian DVD? Here we go. This is actually one.
His credit card.
Uncle's
That's my
part.
daddy's credit card.
Is Christian's DVD good for beginner wrestlers or people who want to get into takedowns from zero? It's a fair question.
Fuck, actually a real question. Who would have thunk it?
Keep it. Surprise the body.
Surprise the body.
Shout
Go-
out
yeah,
Freddie
yeah,
Strauss.
What's the answer, fam?
Yeah, no, anyone can buy it. I would say there's definitely a bunch of techniques there that are very beginner friendly if you've done nothing before. And then as it kind of delves into every section, whether it's the foot sweeps or the hip throws, it gets into a bit more detail. So once you've gotten through the first part, the second part should make sense. I mean, you shouldn't be like blitzing through a DVD just because you've watched it doesn't mean you know how to do it. So, you know, watching a DVD, maybe it's, 4 hours long, but pick a little bit, do that bit, and move on. You know, don't try and like watch an hour and be like, fuck, I'm going to do all of that, because you'll forget all of it.
So if you begin it with zero takedowns, there'll be some benefit in that.
Yeah, 100%.
What
100%.
section would you recommend first for a beginner? Would you start with foot sweeps? Or do you think that's too much, too difficult for a noob to grasp?
The thing with foot sweeps is that everyone's going to turn into Muay Thai and just like belt some fucking cunt's leg in the morning at 8 a.m. Yeah, so it's going to be shin on shin. But if you like, it's a weird one. If you're a kid, you've got really no fear of like falling. So you're happy to like go for a hip throw. Like what's the worst that happens? As a child, you're basically like Play-Doh. But as you get older, trying to convince a 40-year-old to do a hip throw and he might get countered or he might just end up getting thrown, they won't do it. So I think if you're slightly older, play around with foot sweeps, less high impact, less can go wrong. But you'll get frustrated because it's not as simple as it seems. Like it's all about timing.
What about for the younger fellas, probably like 20 to 30 years old?
Then I would get good like hip mechanics. Because if you can learn how to properly position your hip, then you can start to learn a bunch of other hip throws, whether it's a harai or an uchi or whatever. And you have less of a fear of falling. And you're more happy to learn how to break fall, etc., etc.
What's the easiest hip throw to learn?
And a goshi. Simple.
And actually pull off? in training?
Ogoshi. I think so. I think if you can get side to side on someone, like where you've got
Get into that microphone.
When you've got like a waist grip and they've also got
you can pull
over
this
the
forward
top
as well if you want. Yeah.
Perfect, cool. So yeah, if you're going for like a waist grip and the guy's like tracking you, etc., I think it's fairly easy to get your hips in front. Like pull your hips to the front, lift them up, and hit Nagoshi.
Fair enough.
Like you don't really want to be trying to learn how to do a harai on one leg on a resisting partner on a slippery mat.
But isn't Uchimata the easiest?
No, because you've actually got to get inside position, and I feel that's how someone's gonna.
You gotta get into that microphone.
But you've only got to get one hip inside.
Yeah, but I feel that standing on one leg for someone that's not particularly great, they're gonna fuck it up.
They're trying to fall in anyway.
You're falling that way realistically, most likely, whereas you're trying to throw the person that way. Most people, when they base on like a 1 foot until they learn how to hip throw properly, the weight's gonna be on the pinky, so you're gonna be falling back, whereas the throw has forward momentum.
Okay. So it's hard to drive off the posting leg in the correct direction.
Yeah, especially as a beginner, I feel.
How much of judo is actually relevant to no-gi jiu-jitsu, do you think?
Okay, so I would say this: if I had a kid, I would definitely get him. Good question, man.
Thanks, bro.
Autists. No, the reality is this: if I had a kid, I would definitely tell him to start with judo.
Shout out Stonewall.
Why?
Because I think,
fam, I'm really concerned. Why the microphone? It's here, and if you go off to the side,
no, because I've changed the button, my friend.
Oh, fuck, man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
The button is literally here.
Okay, cool. We had a disaster where we did things when we're both out here. Shit.
We're just so small-minded.
Question, yeah.
So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, as a kid, I would say it's good to start with judo. It'll teach you good body mechanics, good balance. Like I think it's really easy to go from there and to do jiu-jitsu. What I have a fear of, and what I think fucked me up for the first couple of years, is that in judo you're doing whatever you can to throw the guy. You don't care about the end position in the slightest. Like worst case, if the throw backfires and I miss in judo, I can just sit and turtle for 3 seconds and get stood back up. So it gives you this ability to like throw really well, but then everyone's also turning to throw with no idea of what happens after. Whereas jiu-jitsu, you don't really care if the guy, goes 6 feet into the sky. It's the end position that counts. So I think you don't want to get obsessed with crazy judo throws where you lose the end position. You've got to cater gi judo to fit into jiu-jitsu. So you end up with,
follow-up attacks.
Yeah, it's also the ending position. Like what grips you take in the stand-up exchange will dictate how you land, right? And some guys are happy to just get thrown if they end up in a superior position on the ground because you're chasing a sub. Like you're not chasing a nippon.
So the backwards throws are much more risky, essentially, as in when you take them behind you.
I think it's more I think it's generally to do with the grips you have. Like this idea of like clubbing the head.
Nah.
Theon
did it in ADCC though.
Is that the headlock one?
Yeah.
Little
Koshi. Yeah, lovely.
I mean, I've seen guys do it where they hold the head up super hard once they land to stop the other person being able to spin. But I think, especially if you have sweat.
Ketakatami when you landing?
No, Keza. Keza is with the head, and then Kazuri is once you have the far side underhook.
But let's say if you get that head, what's it called? That headlock one. You know when you get that fucking just throw
Keza.
Yeah. You land up in a Ketakatami.
Yeah, but they also have a look at your back.
That's the one.
Right.
Because you've got nothing to stop them being able to spin up.
Okay.
Well, that's the issue.
Have their elbow.
If you can hold it really hard. But then if you add some bloke who's nice, thick, and fucking sweaty,
thick. Nice and thick.
Right, let's do another question.
Shall I get some out? Go on then.
Come on.
This one's for you, Chris. What is the meaning of life for you in like 4 words?
Nice, man. Thanks, man.
Nice, man. Thanks, man.
Okay, cool. That's a good answer. I'll think about that. Think about that, guys. Okay, another one for Christian. Fuck me. What is it like knowing that you're better than Gordon and constantly being ducked?
How do you know this one's for me?
It says for him.
Maybe it's picking your gender. I don't
know.
Okay.
Do you want to answer that?
How much is Chris responsible for your success? I think this one's for me. So, actually, you know what? That's answerable.
Felix, I hate you. It's Felix.
It's Felix.
Felix.
That's actually a great question.
Don't name names. Just.
Well, it's a reasonable question, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
I will always owe my life to Christian. He keeps us safe in ways that no one would imagine. I'm sure you've all heard of MI5 and MI6, but you haven't heard of MI7. And for that, you should all be thankful to Christian. In terms of jiu-jitsu, probably Yeah, I mean, he shows up. He gives me lifts to places, which is like fucking, really good.
Traffic's bad though.
Yeah, the traffic's bad, but it's okay. He's also like any throw I've ever completed has either been on Christian or thanks to Christian. So
is he a good training partner?
Yeah, man, like one of the best. Honestly, though, he rarely injures people. So to be fair, overall, the takeaway message from this speech was probably that Christian doesn't injure people ever, so he's a good training partner. That's probably what 90% of this speech was.
Fantastic.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, you don't injure people.
Sure.
Yeah. You're a
surely
safe
that's
training partner.
Yeah, but surely that's not what makes just a good training partner. Surely you want other attributes out of it.
I know. How much?
This is what I was pulling out.
Next question.
I know. Polaris predictions.
I know.
Let's go. You start, mate. You're the one with the
the big
the know-how
that's
not
sorry,
the qualifications.
Yeah.
You're the one with the qualifications.
Back in.
You're the one with the GCSEs. Come on.
Yep.
You actually got GCSEs.
No, I went to a school in Australia, mate.
Okay, just.
I think Giancarlo's going to pull out. I don't know.
Getting pulled out.
I think he's going to pull it out.
He's going to pull it out, right?
He's not going to pull out.
Let's just go
I
through
hope
the
he pulls
people
out.
one by one.
So we got Izaak Michel. We got some other. He's facing some other fella. I don't know.
Roberto Jimenez, you uncultured swine.
No, who's
Roberto is fighting Izaak.
That's right. That's actually a really tough fight.
I think Izaak does it. Based on this last week, I have to say, I was impressed. Like Izaak has very good ability to flow through top pins.
Yep.
Roberto's a dog, though.
He's a fucking dog, man. I think Roberto actually wins that, to be fair.
I'll tell you what.
Really?
I think it depends on Izaak. I think, number one, Izaak has to wear a rash guard. Jimenez is going to be looking to take his back the whole time.
Right.
If Izaak shoots, I think he's got to shoot high head and head on the inside. Otherwise, I think Jimenez is going to make a big jump to his back.
Got it.
I was very impressed at Isaac's ability to get the front headlock and collar tie people down, and I reckon he can do that to Roberto. I think
he can wear him down. Then 10 minutes isn't a long time to wear someone down.
Nah, I don't think he can wear Roberto down, really. Not really. It's got to be a lot of static positions. Maybe if you can pin him down for a lot of the time and move side to side like he does, he can get him tired. Or make him force north-south and get him tired that way.
I think he might also do it in a no-homo tripod. I think Isaac's got a very good tripod.
None taken. Cool. Who else?
Who else is in the match?
We got Giancarlo and Maciel.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that to the champ.
Yeah. Giancarlo. I'm going Giancarlo.
By transitivity. And then we got
Giancarlo versus that fella. Giancarlo will win that. Livesey versus Fabricio Andre. Surely.
That's a close one though, isn't it? Because if it doesn't get to the ground, it will purely be judged on the stand-up portion.
Livesey.
And Livesey has 30 kilos or so on the fella.
Yeah.
But the biceps are about the same size.
Literally.
And I'm sure they both do well in a piss test. So yeah,
I think Livesey's going to take that.
Yeah, I think
based off like the training with both of them, I don't think their styles are dissimilar, but I think Livesey's sharper and he's got 20 fucking
Livesey
kilos.
looks very fucking good though when he's with his just like little off balances and that, and just seems like very hard to move.
Fabricio's got good hips, but I don't think his footwork is gonna be able to outweigh 30 kilos of Livesey.
Nah.
Very probably like the perfect body type to just be really good at judo. It's just like short and squat and
good hips.
Yeah,
I think also though I don't think Livesey's gonna get his hips under him. He's short. I think he's gonna foot sweep him.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna collar tie on the as he lifts head up, foot sweep.
He might be able to suplex him if he gets body lock.
No, because I think they're both gonna come in topless. And you don't really want to do that.
I'm so excited now.
Jason Rao, Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
So-
man. Kevin Durant.
Jason Rao, obviously, ability to finish Mr. Durant, who excellent on the court, but I think if like I saw a match Jason versus Devontae Johnson, and Devontae just like outstrengthed him completely and passed and got a head and arm, and it didn't look very technical, but it all looked very effective. So maybe Jason will struggle with just the pure physicality,
athleticism.
the size and power.
I'm going Kynan.
So who's winning the comp then? So who's number one?
I'm gonna make a funny claim. I think Izaak beats Kynan.
Yeah, that's not that funny.
No, but you'd think, okay,
so
cool.
funny.
Like theoretically, Izaak lost to Wagner and Kynan beat Craig. But I think stylistically,
Yeah.
Also, second match.
I think Isaac's got a bit more gas than Kenan Duarte, man.
I think he's just a bit sharper, and also the Kynan that just fought Marigali looked emotional.
When are we going to release this?
This Sunday.
After.
So Isaac's a bit ill
Yeah.
at the moment, he's saying. So maybe that will affect his performance. Yeah, so let's see. It's yet to be seen if Isaac's looking a bit off. You heard it here first that he was ill and he had an excuse. And he didn't pay us anything to say that.
There we go.
Not a dime or a penny.
Didn't pay you.
Yeah, what?
Didn't he say buy you like...
He did pay me.
Oh, he did.
Shit.
Next question.
All right, let's go. Is there such a thing as a gym bully, and how do you deal with them?
Oh.
Christian? How do you deal with the gym bully? Let's say if you're being bullied by a bigger, stronger opponent who just keeps like ragdolling you or like throwing you in the bin outside the gym or something.
Did Stefan ask this question?
I've been nothing but good to Stefan.
This is from Elon Musk. Elon Musk 96.
Nah, gym bullies just have to like ragdoll. Is the reality.
What I like to do is give them absolutely zero play. Even if I'm not submitting them as many times as I would if I had a more risky strategy, I just make sure that they have zero play and they really don't enjoy the rounds. And I just keep picking them for rounds so that they, like 25 minutes of their time is just spent like...
wasted.
Yeah, just wasted. I mean, if they're really good, then I'll just try and leg lock them over and over again and play as safe as possible. Yeah, that's it really.
I was trying to humiliate them. Like, just make them look super stupid.
Yeah, the stand-up is good as well, but...
like, just make them feel like they're just hitting air.
You want to take them down and sub them. That's the ideal, because...
yeah, but it's also more of a mockery of, like, just taking them down, stand back up, okay, fuck off again.
Yeah, if they stand up, then
make
they're
them
an idiot,
do stand-up reps.
If they stay down and they try to play guard, then you got to pass
You've
them.
got to submit them.
But you also have to play from bottom to sub them, just so every facet of it is covered, and then do it in a way that they have zero
You're going
play.
for, like, technical superiority. I'm going for, like, mocking.
And
also like pain.
I'm going for like the least enjoyment they get. Like at least they're getting some movement and play. If they're, I mean, let's say if you're literally just foot sweeping them, they stand up, and you foot sweep them and they stand up. That's not play. But if it's like they stand up, then there's a bit of, you know, pummeling. Let's say that's play for them. But if it's just they're just in bottom position, bottom mount, just getting like switch between smothered and like arms cranked.
Yeah, but then they can go like, "Oh, you're stronger than me," blah 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 blah. Like I've heard so many people say, "Oh, he's just strong," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just let them stand back up and just foot sweep them with no strength, they just feel like an absolute retard.
But then you start leg locking them, and it's like, well, it's not that strength.
Yeah, but then you hear every Brazilian go, "Oh, it's because he's got leg locks." Like, okay.
Yeah, but if you do everything, you can't be Brazilian and weak and all these things.
Of course, you can be Brazilian and weak.
You can't be
impossible,
Brazilian,
mate.
You can't be Brazilian. You
The
can't be
diet.
weak. Yeah.
None of those things actually like exist
Yeah.
on Earth.
The diet.
Okay, that's the gym bully.
Yeah, good question, Elon. People who inject tea into their butt rather than their shoulder. Sus?
Test. He's talking about test.
Testosterone.
Testosterone. Chris?
I mean, is there a benefit to putting it into your ass? The needle?
I think it's a more fleshy
Depends
area.
how thick the needle is, I guess.
I think
Then
it's
you're just
more...
getting a dildo. Like,
No, not into the arsehole, into the butt cheek.
but I figured it wasn't into the fucking arsehole, you idiot.
Just
It's a
clarifying.
funny shaped syringe.
Why has it got veins?
That's a weird story. Go on.
So you're not going to answer that then?
I got no fucking clue.
My answer is yes, it is sus.
Yeah, but is there a like medicinal reason for that?
Pleasure.
Enjoyment. Endorphins.
No, surely the glutes,
Just the
the
kick.
glutes got to be fleshy area, less chance of hitting the vein.
Oh, is that what it is?
Okay. Well.
Coming in with the facts, Charles Price.
Well.
Special
Pharmacist.
guest.
Shout out
I'm about-
Ways to Well.
Shout waste to one.
All
Our
right.
sponsor.
PTX.
Let's move on because, you know, maybe they'll. Hampstead.
Shout out Hampstead.
Dr. Matthew Milner.
Mate,
go.
he'll be watching this. I'm not editing anything out. Honestly.
This isn't a question, more a comment. It's just someone appreciating that the man's gone from pro Sevilla baller to grappling sweaty men on the daily, and that you're a true man of the people.
Love.
Good work, man. Yeah, take that handshake with pride.
Respect, brother.
Thoughts on slamming people out of submissions versus throwing them with judo anyways? I was actually thinking about this the other day.
What?
We should probably practice slams in the gym out of submissions.
We used to. We used to do it shoot the whole time.
I hate slams.
Out of submissions.
Yeah.
That's like, you can warn someone, be like, I'm going to fucking slam you. And then if they don't let go, you can just be like, well, all right,
their neck.
Fucking,
No, but that's what we used to do. Like, for example, at shoot, like
Yeah.
if someone caught a sub, I would lift them up, let's say an armbar, I'd be like,
Slam
yo,
them.
either let go or slam you. And like, if they say, yeah, cool, slam you slam them. If they go, cool, I'll let go, yeah. As long as you have a chance, you're not spiking them.
No, you're spiking fam.
Shout out Harvey Price. Let's take that.
Oh, God. Was that a bad spike, was that?
Yeah,
Tell a story. Come on, don't name names. Tell a story. What happened?
Harvey Price,
Go on,
you're
tell-
such an idiot, aren't you?
What happened?
Have you never met Harvey? He's the instructor at RGA.
I understand what's going on.
Have you never met Harvey?
Woo! We're going to have to do some research on that afterwards, but maybe for now,
Have you never met
we'll
him?
move on because it'll just be more to cut out if you so decide.
Okay.
Great.
More to go.
Nogi, what are the best upper body controls and takedowns suited for your style of BJJ? Shout out Naz Neuro. And how do you get to the upper body clinch
Charles?
grips?
I just negative hand fight.
It's not even. There's no hand fighting. You're just turning and running.
Bro, you never take me down, bro.
As in, you like the forearm to the bridge of the nose.
I like the bridge of the nose. I like the throat.
That's polite. You usually aim for the throat, but you aim so bad, you just get jabbed in the
like the
eyes.
So you actually aim for the throat?
Sometimes, yeah.
He's a
You
prick.
don't-
I've told you this.
For me, you're going for shoulders and hands. Sometimes it was like the double hand push.
Push away, yeah.
Yeah, pliers though.
Tell you
Very
what,
good pliers.
I wasn't getting tired all nasal breathing.
Yeah, same actually. That's what the chewing gum was
You
for.
started breathing through the mouth.
I did a
though.
bit, but I was like,
You
take it back to the
sloppy.
nose. Also, it was only for little stints after maybe a bit of grabbing or whatever we do.
I saw you getting hunted. You were just turning, like legging it. No one's like picking
I had
up
no
the signal.
attacks.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
why you're a great training partner.
It's just one-way traffic.
I was
I
actually talking to Chris.
I tried some single legs. Didn't work out in my favour.
Close though.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about his knees as well. I was like, should I try and go for a blast double? And I was like, the window's not really there.
No context.
So yeah, you didn't actually answer that. What are the best upper body controls and takedowns suited for your styles of BJJ? He added an S there, and let's talk about entries to the clinch.
The clip.
Yeah, the clinch.
Clinch juice.
Underhook and a waist grip, I would say, are the two optimal grips because it prevents you having your back taken.
Do you often go for ogoshis off an underhook,
Yes.
even if it's not a waist grip?
Yes. I would make sure that I would pass my right hand. So let's say I'm taking a right underhook. I would pass my right hand so it almost goes to the far lat. And then I retract my elbow back down.
But that's what I'm saying. An underhook is on the near shoulder.
Yeah, I
A
would.
tight waist is on
So
the
I wouldn't just do it, especially if it's the guy's topless. I wouldn't just use one underhook and that's it. I would want my hand to be on the other far side of the neck because then I can bring more of him to me.
Okay, so a far trap grip,
Yeah.
not a far lat grip.
Sorry, not a far lat grip. I would get if I can get a far lat grip.
a
That's
tight
fine.
waist, essentially.
Yes, tight waist.
All right.
Sorry, far
Be
trap grip.
specific, Bob. All right.
Far trap grip.
And you seen Incredibles. It's an incredible movie.
Be specific, Bob.
Be specific, Bob.
Wow.
Yeah, so let's say, no, that was it really. How would you,
And then you need something on the far side, I would say. To finish someone good, you need some sort of far side grip.
so like just to make them post their hands is kind of enough though. If it's judo and you want the upon and you want them flat on their
Yeah.
back, get the far side.
If I'm looking for waist exposure, I'm just looking to make you post your hands on the floor.
Yeah.
And then I can shuck the arm past and get
Yeah.
to the back. Yeah.
There's a lot of judo throws that I feel like, for example, the one people are doing where they foot sweep into a snap.
Yeah.
Like you could do that so easy if you had collar and sleeve, just kick out people's legs and drag them down to the floor. And people do that in judo all the time just to get the bow and arrow
reactions.
choke, don't they? So they can put their hands on the floor and go. But
I think
No one does that in jiu-jitsu.
so many judo throws, if you were just to take out the full needing to put them on their back, could be so effective.
yeah.
Just collapse into the front because you don't get points for that in judo, so no one trains it.
But yeah,
But for jiu-jitsu, you want back exposure.
I guess in judo though, people can hang on your collar, but in wrestling, if you just collar tie someone down to the ground, and they don't defend it, they'll just fall down.
But you also don't want to collar tie them consistently into you. You want to cut angles and collar tie.
Well,
'Cause
you don't want to be
some-
going forward.
Yeah, but you
and
also
collar
don't
tie.
want your legs to be like, you don't want to end up in a double leg fight for no reason. Just by collar tying, and the guy just shoots on your collar tie. So you kind of
Yeah.
want to like,
You got the elbow, though, haven't you?
yeah, but some guys are good, like little post.
Yeah.
Next
You can't
question.
have your
It's
legs.
desperate shots. It's how Conor got smoked against Nate.
Yeah.
Desperate shots. Torn
Titanium.
into a wrestler.
Desperate.
Someone asked if we are having GSP on. I don't know who that is, but we do have the greatest grappler and mixed martial artist of all time on. Was Christian's life the basis for Assassin's Creed?
That wasn't even funny. How are you laughing that much? You're a child.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Yeah, not really. I don't think so.
No relation then.
Absolutely no relation.
Is Owen still fighting on Polaris? It's not too late, man.
Good question.
No.
No.
Yes.
Maybe I will have a fight with someone.
Just in the crowd.
In
Yeah.
the crowd.
If you see me there, just
Start
fight
a
me.
Is there any value in training calves specifically for BJJ, Christian?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Good toe point.
From you, obviously. Yes.
Yes.
Genuinely,
there is.
Whose calves did you talk about last week?
Tom Roach's.
That was it.
He's got a great
He's
set of
got
calves.
great calves.
He's got great.
Does he do the David Gray as well? Did you put him on David?
No, he does Polaris, but he's not in the DGR. He's not in the David Gray.
It'd probably be too easy for him though.
Great Joe.
Yeah.
He's
Good
fine
set
this
of calves.
weekend.
He's on WNO.
Good set of
Stefan
calves. His
Banter.
soleus must be nuts.
Yeah, he doesn't need. Actually, maybe for one of his rees, he may need. some
Don't expose
DGR.
him, bro. Don't expose him.
I'm not fun.
Don't
No, he's
expose him
actually
ever.
he's good to be fair.
Yeah, he's fully recovered yet.
He was never injured.
What's
Yeah, but
happened
as
to
in
your
he
What's happened
recovers
to your
very
mate
well.
that you injured? Didn't you injure one of your mates?
Who?
You.
Oh yeah, he's good. No,
You
he's
haven't
still
even
injured.
checked up on him, have you?
No, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, we caught up. Guy.
You're never training again, though, right?
That was
the deal.
Yeah,
Bit
he
PTSD.
said he doesn't want to train again.
Hey, I remember teaching you and Leon private, and I was just like, someone's going to get injured really quickly. Because it was the perfect injury, like, boiling pot. If
He's
you will.
undrillable as well, Lon.
Like, it will
No,
start with
you
drilling.
are.
And
I
then
go
there'll
to
just
drill.
be a couple face posts, and then it'll just be like pretty high isometric strength with explosion sparring, and also joking and laughing, so everyone's out of breath. And people just get injured. People get their biceps torn, their fingers ripped off. Like,
Yeah.
I saw you abusing a kid the other day.
Who?
Like a young person,
on the
like someone under 16.
by the school.
Yeah,
Me.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was like,
Who was she, by the way?
man, I was thinking she was going to get injured or
This
something.
wasn't for the podcast. Fellas. This wasn't for.
Who
the
was the girl
podcast.
with the brunette hair?
Who?
The girl with the brunette hair that you were kissing. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Charles. Fuck you.
Just edit that out. That's
Yeah.
fine. That'll be edited out.
What school uniform was she? Nah, right.
Yeah.
We'll move on then, shall we?
Yeah.
So WNO, we almost forgot. So who do you think is going to win
Oh, yeah.
out of Gordon?
Look at Christian.
Gordon Ryan, Christian Ozbek, or Patrick Gaudio? Who wins?
Christian Ozbek.
Second place. Who wins second place?
Christian Ozbek. He takes all the places.
Okay, who like?
Nah, Gordon.
Who's the runner-up?
Obviously, Gordon will win that match.
What submission are we thinking that Gordon hits?
Leg lock or mount?
Do you think is it an unlimited time match or is it like
I think
a
he's
time
got like
15 minutes,
no, I think it's a lot more than that.
20 minutes.
Or you think it's 25?
I think it's 25. I know that Gordon likes his long
Gordon can
matches.
set whatever time he likes.
Yeah.
25 minutes. So if it's 25 minutes, I'm going to go with a smother or just like giving up tap.
I reckon it's a
Or
smother.
worst case scenario, it's a back finish. But actually, no. I mean, in this order, smother, if it's going his way. Second place would be like back finish. Third place would be like head and arm or leg lock.
Yeah, so he's got leg locks down the lower priority.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if it comes
I think
to
he
it, it's
knows
like
he can
getting
finish
desperate.
him. Like he can finish him with a leg lock if he wants to.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Any other matches on the W? I mean, obviously there are, but we're forgetting.
There's Ash Williams' 4-man tournament.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
It's in it. I think Baby Shark's in it.
nice.
And some other geezer.
That'll be good. Maybe they get Pato or the other fella in.
Yeah.
Good leg locker.
Pato is great.
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't know who's the last one in it. Fuck
Yeah.
knows.
Are you fighting Sandra in the end?
That will happen.
Ah, yes. In January, I believe.
January in Georgia.
We're going to Georgia, everyone. And
Everyone.
Charles is going to fight one of the people of Georgia in front of his countrymen
It's Sandra.
and his wife and he's probably going to heel hook him. And also, they've agreed not to tap during this match. You can only break it.
Yeah.
And Sandro only really likes Darces and front headlocks, so it'll be all right. Charles will just go to sleep if he loses, but Sandro will never walk again.
If Sandro loses,
it's going to be so funny.
He's getting kicked out of like the country, the house. The pressure's all on him.
He'll be so embarrassed.
He'll lose his job at the IT place.
Brother,
sorry, brother.
I couldn't do this
at the IT place.
I hate this.
Yeah, I think that's his job.
The IT place.
I think he works for Amazon. He's a delivery driver.
What was the actual question? You had a good question before.
Sandro's a delivery driver for Amazon.
He works in finance or something.
No, he doesn't. He's a delivery driver for Amazon.
Okay.
I'm telling you this. Wallah.
Here's a jiu-jitsu question as we're
talking about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, seeing as we're on the topic, we've got the man himself here. Off the Choibar, what do you like to enter following my partner connecting their hands and I just can't break the grip?
Mount.
Step over.
J point?
J point?
Yeah.
Club the eyes.
What do you like to do, mate?
If they limp the arms once you've thrown the leg over, throw the leg over and then start take the back.
Great. Someone's asking about the Barata Plata and the Terika Plata and all that.
Oh,
yeah!
You've taught me that. You've taught me that.
We've done that, haven't we? So I like to do that when you can't backstep over to the back because they're in a high posture. You know, they're up, so you can't get your leg behind them, but they still have the hands connected. It's going to be reserved for people that can basically Romanian deadlift your weight very easily.
Stefan.
Yes, or Silvio. Funny that. Yeah. Anyway,
Romania's best grapplers.
Yeah, fair play.
Funny that.
Actually, the second and third best. Yeah. After
no,
Dinu. Dinu is actually the. Yeah.
Yeah, Dinu, but you also have to remember Big Dan.
Big Dan, true that.
Can't forget Big Dan.
Fair play. He's unforgettable.
Stefan.
Unforgettable.
Also
yeah, Stefan.
Shefan.
Also one of the greatest grapplers to ever come out of Romania.
All the zoo.
Yeah. He escaped very well. Yeah, Little Hippo. Yeah, Stefan. Good nickname.
Can I ask, why do you always make Stefan work out naked?
It's better for his core temperature.
He sweats easier, yeah. It makes us sweat too, so it's a good warm-up.
It's better for his core temperature.
The reason Charles is sweating is he thinks the police is coming anytime soon. Like, fuck.
Do you guys hear that?
The last time I heard fuck was Piss Boy.
Here we go. Go on. Come on, tell the story about your best friend, mate. Actually,
he's not a best friend.
I really want to hear the part about how you shared this passion with him. Go on.
Which passion?
About drinking piss.
No.
Basically, instead of cutting weight the normal way with fiber and whatnot, some people just like to drink exactly the weight that they pee out.
No, the long story short for this is that
I can't wait to hear this.
I'm sure.
Thanks for sharing this to the world.
Thank you, man. No, it's a good story.
I love that you brought it up as well. That
it's a good story.
Make sure you're talking to the mic for this one. We don't want to miss. This.
It's a good story.
It's good.
So I used to teach this guy privates. 1, 2. In order to, what's the timer?
I'm supposed to see how long this goes on for.
A minute, bro. As long as you last.
Can we set the timer?
So I used to teach this guy privates because he wanted to, lose weight, didn't really want to do jiu-jitsu. I said I'd help. And his whole goal was to end up getting with this girl. But he would go through like crazy measures to do that. He would go to like the gym 3 times a day. He would sauna 3 times a day. He would do like mad things, like 72-hour fasts.
How would this help him get a girl?
It didn't. Anyway, long story.
What was his reasoning?
What was his rationale?
That he wanted to like get jacked.
Would you take pity on him because he stinks like piss and he looks really skinny?
No. Basically, whatever goes in must come out. All right. Yeah. So if he drank 330 ml of water, he'd have to piss 330 ml back into the bottle. All right, and he'd just leave it around.
Does he understand breathing?
He shouldn't be allowed to.
Does he understand the mechanism of breathing?
Yeah, no, he's completely.
Did you tell him as his fitness coach?
I've tried.
Hold on, mate. Fat is breathed out. He used to sauna like every day. Bro, I just have to take the top layer off. Like, yeah, obviously.
The top layer of what? Skin.
I don't know, the epidermis. He just wanted to take the top layer of like water off.
Just the top layer.
Just the top layer.
A layered waters.
Took a laxative, but took 3 laxatives because 1 didn't work before a trip to the park. Shat himself in the park. Had to run home. Got a cab home. The driver was like, something smells here. And he was like, shut the fuck up and drive. Here's 500 quid.
He gave him £500.
Something like that. Bro, he also held a gun up to a barber for fading him too short. Like, I'm sorry, but like...
Oh I get that, though.
Yeah, I understand
That's
that.
how I'm bald now.
Yeah.
Just forgot my gun. Yo, shoot fighters.
Bro, you're lucky, fam.
Oh, you're lucky I forgot my gun, bro. Watch next time when I got my Strelly.
Watch as Top Boy once.
Good show. Shout out Top Boy.
2 or 3 seasons. Is there 3 seasons or just
There's
2?
more. There's more.
No, there's Summer House and then there's 3 seasons of the other ones.
Look at you, white boy.
Wow. Racism.
The original question was,
nice.
is there value in training calves specifically for BJJ?
Oh.
Yes, there is.
We're still on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on the David Gray. It helps a lot when you're passing. You got to put your toes into the mat, but you can't tense them. David Gray.
You got to learn how to push to your midfoot.
Yeah.
David Gray rehab, foot mechanics. Get that. That's excellent.
I
Also
think-
introducing
toe
plyometrics.
pointing stuff we did was
True
also
that.
useful. I think toe pointing, to learn how to toe point properly, is useful.
Yeah. For most people, they get jiu-jitsu. They've pointed their foot, but they've never pointed their toes and their foot at the same time because they cramp instantly. If you're one of those people, you should practice not cramping instantly. Don't cramp, fam.
Yo,
Don't
bro,
cramp.
don't cramp, bro.
Cramp once, bruv.
To be fair, it's helped,
Told you.
bro. It saved my life with you, 100%.
Well,
Toe pointing.
and tapping.
Yeah.
That's the main one.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna break. It's gonna break.
Now.
Tap.
You're looking for the break.
No.
You're not looking for a tap, Charles. Half the time I see you roll with people, it's like,
Charles is just curious.
what's the sound of cracking
Yeah, what
ligaments?
does it feel like? You
Because
know?
I've seen you, like, when you hunt the bite, it's like, fuck, like, you're trying to find it instantly. I'm like, Jesus Christ, poor sod he's with.
Because I'm just trying to get the tension right, fam.
Yeah.
I'm literally just trying to
MCL.
get that tension in, get the foot, and then
You do a good job with that, mate. Strong lads.
Do you know what it is? It's the
Handsome.
100-kilo body that just reaps, like, super fast. Because when he throws the leg over, the reaping leg,
it comes on strong, no?
You throw it in 1,000%. Like,
Because I'm trying to get the move. How else am I going to get the move?
If you don't do it as hard as possible, how's it ever going to work? This is why. You don't get it. You don't get the sport that we're doing, and it shows. Come on, keep going. I'm out of questions. Literally, all my
what
questions.
else you got,
That was
We're-
not all the questions.
My questions were all about Vietnam, like the Olympics.
We got some silly ones. What's the typical day? What's the typical day in the life of the infamous man's life? Blah blah blah.
Okay, we can do that. Come on, what's your typical day? Leave out the bit. Yeah, anyway, go on.
Fair at home.
So usually wake up around
4:30 a.m.
yeah,
Start preparing the food at Scott's.
morning run.
Yeah.
No, I'll usually wake up. The reality is I'll wake up like 9 a.m. Right, which is about an hour before you do. And then chill out, do
I'm not
nothing.
the best of all time, but that's why.
Fuck you. Anyway, I'll usually chill out for the morning, go to training at 11, done at 1.
11:15.
11:15 to be fair, yeah.
Always.
So what do you do for an hour and 15?
Between when and when?
You just choking the chicken. Between 9 a.m. when you wake up and 11:15.
It's not good to do.
That's 2
It's not
hours
good
and
to do
15
before training. I don't
Like,
feel.
Do you think that's a
it
thing?
improves your grips actually.
I don't like it.
It is a thing. 12 hours following.
Your performance is...
Your lift will be weaker for 12 hours following.
That explains why I've been lifting so shit.
Yeah, man.
You're not
You've been
wanking
sucking yourself
too
off
much
so
sex.
much since your rib injury.
I haven't taken out for a reason.
Shout out Adam and Eve. Love those guys. Go on.
Fucking hell. I didn't know that. I need to change my lifestyle.
Yeah. Stop.
Yeah. So then you get food at home, and you go.
Stop
There's some
wanking.
weights.
Wanking.
Then lift
Roger's
weights with you,
toilets.
Charles. And then after that, go home, get some food, and then go to Owen's, usually for like 6-ish. And then...
That's a lie, but go on.
Sorry, 7:30,
Yeah, barely.
if that.
Yeah.
I sometimes teach a private before that.
8:30.
In time for sparring.
Yeah.
No, I teach a private before that often, or I'll have to teach a private after. So I'll teach a private a day just because I want to spend as much time training, but it's usually going to be at like 10 p.m. or at
10 p.m.
It is
private.
actually at 10 p.m. sometimes.
often.
I at first thought it was another rumor, another one of those true rumors that you hear, like the Vietnam thing. That was actually found out to be true, but this is actually true.
I teach one of my best friends Jiu-Jitsu,
At 10 p.m.
but he works throughout the day, and I train obviously 7:30 to 9. So often like 9:45, 10 works.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, and I get home for
bloody
12, have some food.
Fuck, hectic.
Damn.
And where do you fit in time for like the real work?
You work in finance, don't you?
Aren't you sponsored by Nike?
What are the benefits of a tib raise specifically for BJJ, if anything? Get on, David Gray.
That tib bar.
The tib raise, yeah. Overrated.
Thanks for that, man.
You think so?
You took it from my gym. Yeah, it's overrated. Don't.
Why?
You got.
I think it's just hard to load it properly.
It's just a pain in the ass. You're better off doing all the other stuff, learning how to push through your midfoot, learn, like you said, with the toes, learn how to like use your midfoot, learn how to not squeeze so much with the toes, make sure your foot can pronate, supinate correctly.
But pure like weightlifting from the tib.
Fine, but that's not going to have a that's just like just working one tiny little muscle group, which you're probably going to overdo. Most people will just be like, I'm going to do it every day and overdo it, whereas you'd rather learn how to use your foot properly.
But wouldn't it help with knee health to have a really strong tib raise? I feel like with that thing, it's just a bit shit because you can't get a lot of range.
No, really.
I mean, again, learning how to move your foot correctly and having very good foot mechanics, good gait, learning how to, because that's going to help your gait, your walking, overall calf strength. That is going to have a greater benefit to your knee health and actually performance at jiu-jitsu than one specific tib bar.
Yeah, I hear that. That's better. Why you're the coach.
That's why I have no qualifications. Yeah, I'm the coach.
But you have subscriptions to qualified people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just like BJJ Fanatics.
Tips.
Like DVD that Christian has.
Tips for top forearm pain. Can feel strain. No stretch is easing it. Cause violin armbar.
What? Top forearm pain?
What's a violin armbar?
Telephone armbar.
Yeah. Oh mate, you just gotta rest that up. If that was the cause and it's a direct injury from an impact, you just gotta rest that up, fam.
Functional range conditioning.
There we go.
Get to that end range, floss. Get to end range and get some movement in the joint. And then
do you know what I found actually? The nerve stretches I found worked for that.
Yeah, that nerve stretch is
but he's talking about being armbarred, and I've had the same thing done. That's and essentially, it's just you need to do bicep curls at end range.
Just to get strength.
And you need to do like pails and rails, which is like the, pushing, basically get someone to put you in an arm bar at 10% and resist it a bit for 10 seconds, then you let off and then you go 15% and so on.
Oh, okay.
FRC, so you can stop feeling pain in those ranges, and then eventually you get the tissue adaptation. Shout out rolls and rehab.
There we go.
So,
regurgitating shit for me.
What other questions you got, Charles?
What questions did you get? Didn't you get some questions?
You actually should have put a question box up, Christian.
You didn't put a question box up?
I do have more followers than you.
You didn't know that.
Defenses against half butterfly. This is for Christian. Defenses against half butterfly when they attack close leg outside heel hook.
Probably look.
As in, he's asking for outside heel hook defense.
Yeah.
Spin, try and clear.
Stand up.
Yeah, put weight on it.
Lean your head over the leg that is being attacked, so that when they do manage to get the leg, your other leg is weightless and you can stand up and continue applying weight into it without getting tipped over. Yeah? Yeah. Concise. There we go.
Clear the knee line.
Man, we need more questions about MI5. What the fuck is this?
Clear, concise. Everyday kettlebell circuit for those who can't make it to the gym.
Sylvia.
Shout Sylvia Tanasana.
I'm doing 3,000 kettlebell swings.
40 kg kettlebell, 500 swings a day. I wouldn't recommend that, but that's
I think he normally doesn't do 40 kilos, but he would normally do 32.
He said he did it with 40 as well.
He did it once with 40, but
too much, bro.
I think that's too much. It's also the grip. Like, you got to make sure no one's in front of you when you're hitting the 40s.
Yeah.
But it is perfect for jiu-jitsu, isn't it?
It is really good, but 500's a bit too much.
Great for the grip muscle endurance, though.
Here's what I'll do. If you only had access to kettlebells, let's assume that you've got a variety of kettlebells. I would still just do 3 to 4 times a week. I would rotate between some front rack squats, some swing variations, learn how to clean, then do some push press variations, some single leg deadlifts. You could do some rowing variations, some lunging. You could do some Bulgarian split squats. And you could fit all of those exercises in to a nice program that's going to have benefit to you.
I've actually got a client for you, Charles.
Give it to me.
What's
my uncle?
Wow.
Mate, honestly, I said this before. People who are like kettlebells, get a hold of me. I've got clients who train with kettlebells only, jiu-jitsu. They fucking love it. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I can get you to do.
You don't think there's value in doing like 500 swings? It's obviously mixed in with other exercises.
Sure,
by the way. So he'd go like,
it's a lot of volume. Silviu's a fucking freak, and most people aren't gonna have that kind of like dexterity,
bro.
But he's that dexterity in like their lower back and body. Some people will, to be fair, but I think
Do you need to be that dexterous?
32 kgs, 500 swings.
Yeah, but I'm not saying do 32, but you could do the same workout that he does, which is like 10, then say 10 thrusters, then 15 swings, then 10 squats or something, then 25 swings, then some shoulder press.
Imagine having Silviu behind you in bed, bro. Just like 500 thrusts.
That's what I was thinking of.
You could. But I would alternate day to day. Like you could do some thrusters on one day, then you could do like still get some swings. It's a lot of volume.
Shout out COVID. I was doing that during COVID. That was fucking brutal.
Was it good? Was it good fun?
Well, until I could start training again. But actually, when I started training again, my knee felt great. My sprawl felt better than ever.
Strong hips, bro.
Yeah. It is great for jits, but it's very similar to jits in that you'll be very fatigued afterwards.
COVID was good for jits, I feel.
COVID was great for jits. I really liked COVID.
We had the elite athlete program.
You felt it trained a lot.
I trained a lot. Me, Silviu, Maximilian, and Sandro training under Lord Neto, who is actually...
He came to shoot for a while.
We came to shoot as well. Yeah, sorry.
He came to shoot for a while.
Yeah, shoot was...
Sandro in there as well.
Sandro, did he come to shoot? Not really. I think he had work, but
I came to Gauntlet a couple of times.
I think most of the training was done at Gauntlet. Then we moved to shoot, and then we moved back to Gauntlet for a bit, and we're just switching between them. But yeah, Gauntlet, man, amazing facilities, and like probably one of the best coaches in the world.
Didn't you set up a super fight between Neto and Roger?
No, it's just one of the students at Neto's reckons that Neto could probably beat Roger, and I found that a bit unlikely, but he really insisted. So I mean, what can you say?
Wasn't the phrase "Roger's just got side control and mount"? It's outdated.
Yeah, I think he just that's, and I quote, he said, "I just puts a deep collar grip in and just chokes them like it's old school. Like it's not old school, but." And that was literally. I mean, I'm not going to get the voice recording up now, but you can take my word for it. This guy was a visionary. That's all we've got time for today.
That's it. You have to go. You're freaking out.
I've got to fucking go.
No, you got to stay. We're having fun here. Do you want to go? Me and Christian will carry on.
You can keep going, man.
God.
I'll just go, and you can have my seat.
How long has it been so far? Have a look at the clock there.
It's 10 past.
It's been 50 minutes, I say.
50 minutes.
We can keep going. We can do that.
50.
We can keep going if you want, but you have got to sit there.
Fine.
All right, go on then.
All right. See you later, Flanagan.
Man, it's been an honor, truly.
Man. Fuck you.
So happy you set this up for me, man.
So good.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Good to see you. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I'll see you at 6 p.m. Yeah.
See you
at time.
Yeah, exactly 8:20.
6 p.m. Yeah.
See you later.
Save me a warm up round.
Mate, we got 20 minutes to chat. Chat.
Thanks, man.
Bare shit, fam.
All right, let's do it. What are we chatting about?
What topics do you want to delve into?
What about? We already talked about judo, transitioning from judo into no-gi, how that works. What about? We actually never got to the bottom of who you think is actually going to win the Polaris tournament. Who do you think?
Bodoni.
You think?
I think Bodoni's fucking well-rounded.
Yeah.
I think he's got more of a killer submission threat.
More dangerous.
Yeah. Especially also like that side of the bracket. Like I do rate Macho. I think he's fucking good. I think Bodoni's different level. I think Bodoni will get past him fairly easily.
Yeah.
I see him counter leg locking him. And then on that side of the bracket, then he'd get Fabricio Andre after.
Yeah.
Or Livesey.
Livesey.
He can pull on Livesey, wrestle up or sweep, and Fabricio's going to have size on. So I think Bodoni will get to the finals somewhat fresh.
Okay.
And then whoever's, if Kynan meets him in the final, Izaak, realistically, it's one of those two. I think Kynan and Izaak will be a bit of a war. So I think, whoever gets to the final, that will be a lot more tired than Bodoni is.
It'd be sick to see Flano doing that tournament.
The other thing I've realized, I'd say from this week, because we've had like Izaak and Fabricio and Giancarlo, you also start to realize like Owen's fucking great.
To me, and I did mount specifics with Giancarlo. Obviously, we're both not like we were warming up.
It's hard to tell.
Like, it's really hard to tell
because of the pacing and stuff.
But it felt exactly the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
and
Giancarlo. Look, and I said this. I'm like, if they had 10 matches, I reckon it would be 5-5 or 6-4.
Yeah.
One person's way.
I agree with that.
I really think so. I think that's how it'd be.
I think the real eye opener as well. I think even they said it, by the way. They all said, like, okay, we came to the UK, we didn't know what to expect. Like, we thought the level would be a lot shitter than it was.
Yeah.
And they were all pleasantly surprised. They were like, shit, you guys can wrestle. You've got good leg lock defense, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of like, okay, shit, you know, maybe Europe's not a complete dump for jiu-jitsu.
It's getting better, bro.
No, I think Europe's, I honestly think, and I stand by this, 77 trials for Europe is the hardest trials to win.
You think so?
I think so. I think it's harder than America, and I stand by it. Because if you look at Joe Chen's run,
he looked fantastic. How's Joe Chen doing this European trials? What's the connection?
He's got, I think, either a German or a South African passport. But this is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. He
had a South African flag. I didn't realize he's South African, but he lives in. What's the Chinese connection? What's going on there? Was there a Chinese connection?
I mean,
Chen. So he's Chinese, but what?
The Chinese connection is pretty obvious just by looking at him or hearing his surname.
Yeah, but what's the South African thing?
I don't know. But he's got either a German or South African passport because he can.
That's why I'm confused. Shout out Joseph Chen. Let's know.
He fucking smashed it. But that's the thing. If you look at his run, okay, to win the European trials, he's got Shasinski, Langacker, and Tarza.
Yeah,
that's a legit finals run, right? Vegas ADCC. The other thing is in America they'll get
who won 77 last year in ADCC?
Langacker won the second one and Tarza won the first one.
No, who won in Vegas?
Oh,
Cade Rotolo. Yeah,
Cade beat Mika.
Yeah, okay.
In the 77 finals. But then if you look at the US trials, let's say for 77, as for example, they've got 256 guys.
Right.
156 of them are probably just doing it because why the fuck not? You can drive anywhere in the US on a fucking highway.
Right.
So why wouldn't you do it? But also, like, okay, let's say you got 100 decent guys. The top end of them are getting invites anyway. Like the way the ADCC system for invites works, I think a lot of it has to do with like, you know, social media presence and stuff like that. So they'll take a bunch of Americans out of it and a few of them already qualified.
Right.
So now Europe's got left with their top dogs still.
Got it.
So you get Langacker, Shasinski, Tarza, Chen.
The tough bracket to win.
And Tarza had a friendly, somewhat acceptable run to the finals. And Joe Chen had to literally go through a fucking battlefield.
Yeah, he did an outstanding
And I think Shasinski has to be in ADCC.
Why?
Bro, the guy's a fucking killer. He's terrifying.
I would not want to face him in a match.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck fighting him. He's exceptionally good and he's got such an awkward game as well. Leg lock to matrix. He's turned the straight foot lock, brought it back into fashion.
Yeah. What about young Wesley? Young Owen Jones.
Impressive as well.
He looked good, man.
It was one of these things where you like...
You think he's going to do well in ADCC?
If he does his training camp right until then, the benefit is that he's also won the first trial, so he's got the most amount of time.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why he doesn't do fucking well in the finals. Like I just got out of training with Fabricio and it feels good. Yeah. Obviously. But there's not, I don't think he's not someone that Owen couldn't beat. I didn't do a round with him and think, fuck, wow, what a difference. You know?
Yeah.
I think he's just got to hone in on his specialties.
If you could train anywhere in the world, where would you want to go the most straight away?
Why not?
Broker?
Yeah. Like, if you're going to decide that jiu-jitsu is the thing you want to do for the rest of your life, why go anywhere apart from the best place?
You'd go straight to Roka.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear that everyone out there is becoming fucking good.
Yeah.
Right? Like, take Giancarlo as an example. Giancarlo was getting tapped. He got tapped by 8 months out from ADCC, right? And in 8 months, he managed to clean up his leg lock defense to the point where he won ADCC, counter leg locked Owen.
Yeah.
No one really had a sniff at his legs. And, he wins ADCC, and that's in the space of a very few amount of years, maybe even, months.
Yeah.
So clearly they've got a fucking formula that's working for them.
They're a system.
And also I think it depends on who your training partners are. If you got a bunch of like-minded individuals, you'll do well. But if you show up to training, there's 3 that are taking it seriously, 20 clowns, and 20 people asking what triangle is, you're.
What about Hodger Gracie, when he just had his students?
Yeah,
what do you say to that?
I don't know. Did he just have his students? Because I think he used to bring in quite good training partners.
Yeah, he'd have like Braulio and some of his chums from Brazil. Yeah, but like the majority of his times, like teaching his students, Big Dave, shout out Big Dave, lots of other fellas. But
would you say that he just trained with his students, or did he go abroad to do camps?
He didn't travel that much, bro.
He was from here.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did some training camps.
I thought he used to go to New York quite a bit to Enzo's.
Yeah, maybe. I think
he
did. I think he did. To be fair, we need to get him on the pod and we'll chat to him.
Also, wasn't he training with Braulio a lot?
Trained with Braulio a lot, but a lot of the time as well, he used to train with his students. So let's say day to day, he's probably trained with his students. Like let's say the bulk of the time.
He also had good students though. If you take the Big Dave, right, who's like, second on Reddit behind Danaher's Boris, and then you take.
Do you actually read Reddit? I know it go on Reddit.
I usually read it when Owen sends me a link about someone getting caught noncing.
Right.
That's pretty much about it.
Yeah.
And
I would have loved to see Big Dave roll with those fellas. It's tough though because they're all coming and they've got a week of competition. I would like to see Big Dave go hard with those fellas and see what happens.
It's hard to pick a correct pace though. When you get guys coming in who you don't know, who you know are very good, and obviously it's their career and they've got a huge tournament.
That's something
you want to give them a good round, but you don't want to do anything that will potentially even lead to an injury.
No, exactly.
But then you also want to let them work and do their stuff and not really try and counter them. But then the pace picks up. So it's like one of these things where you've got to be quite responsible to like not.
It's comp week. Like they're coming in tired. It's like it's tough.
You've got to accept that it's not the week for you. Like just be a good training partner. Like don't resist anything crazy. Don't try and injure them. Because like you see it a lot of times. Like someone good will come into the gym, and it's like everyone looks at him like, fuck, if I tap him, I'm getting my black belt. So just start going 1,000%. And this guy's like, all right, I guess I got to deal with you.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to. He's fighting in 2 days.
They don't want to. Yeah.
Like, chill the fuck out. Start being a normal human. Which I think is also the issue when you start getting loads of like recreational people in the same room as like people that want to take it seriously as a job.
That's why you have pros only. You have a pros only area and then a hobbyist
that works
area.
Really well.
Does that? What do you mean?
I mean, even if you said pros only, the chances are that you get just pros showing up. That is.
Okay. Yeah. But then they do that B team. They have a pros area.
I think they split the mats.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they try and get like Nikki and
they go like small areas of the mats and go. This is where the pros are training. If you're not a professional, then you go train on that side, which is fine.
I do think also to an extent, if you're a competitor and like beginners roll into you, they should move.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a gi, that's the belt system, right? The belt system.
I wouldn't go as strict as a belt system, but I'd go like use your common sense. If you're sitting in close guard and someone's got a fully locked up triangle, just move, because the chances that you can reset close guard very simple.
Versus someone in submission.
Someone's fought his way to get into a triangle. You're not going to be able to reset that, which is why I think also like resets in Jitsu are completely shit. Like you should hold on to your grips, etc. It shouldn't be like, all right, cool, go back to the middle, split, and I'll set you up. Chances are the ref has no clue how he's putting you back together. It's your word against
the other
so?
Guy. Even ADCC?
Yeah.
I think the refs at ADCC do a pretty good job doing that, no?
To an extent, but you can't restart momentum. Like, let's say, okay, not as an example, imagine I get behind you and I grab you. If we stopped it and we reset, your chances of being able to escape are better.
No, it's zero because you get worse because you go 1, 2, 3, bang, I'm fucked.
So
that's what happened with Big Dan and that big fella.
Yeah, Big Dan fought Franco.
Yeah, and they put him to the middle and they go 1, 2, 3, bang, and he's out.
But he kept the grip, which was a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
he kept the grip walking in. They walked in like idiots, but he kept the grip.
Yeah,
that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to let the grip go and then try and reset it because the other guys are like, yo.
Got him. Yeah, but then the refs go have a look at that and make sure you got that grip.
That's why it's a bit annoying.
Right. How's your instructional going?
I don't know, I'm waiting for my second month. I think the first month went quite well.
Got some good sales.
Got some good reviews actually, so I was happy.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of DMs, some not even in English, being like, hey, like, can I, get some extra help on this? I'm like, sure.
Yeah. Any plans for a second one?
Second one, I think I would do probably middle of next year if I did a second one. I'd probably look to do it. Win
some big comps, bro.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
ADCC trials.
Go win that comp.
Yeah. Ideally, just get a bunch of fucking guys that want to wrestle. That'd be great. Or a bunch of guys that want to play legs.
Yeah. Get passing better.
Yeah, I need to polish my passing off and just be happy that people are going to pull guard.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember the last time I had someone wrestle me in a comp.
Really?
Yeah, truly.
What happened at Naga?
First guy jumped close guard.
Yeah.
Second guy tried a little bit of wrestling for a little bit.
Pull guard.
And then sat.
Yeah.
But then actually stood up, and I ended up winning with the second left off that. So I stood up. There's like 10 seconds left. And I could see he was going to shoot. So as he shot, I sprawled super high. He missed the shot.
Yeah.
I turned around, stacked him, and sat back on the leg.
There you go.
So, yeah, it's fun.
So you got your passing. If you know they're gonna pull, passing on point.
Passing has just got to be clinical.
Yeah, Giancarlo passes quite similar to how Owen's been passing recently as well. I feel like it's quite...
I think it also helps because Owen's going off like Danaher and Gordon DVDs. So I think you can see the similarity.
For me, and I'm an absolute noob, right? But like, and I don't know if this is worth much, but like, it felt exactly the same.
Yeah,
it felt like same pressure, same kind of like tactics. I can get away with it for a little bit, then I just get tired, and they get the pressure
differences.
on. Right.
Giancarlo high steps around the legs a lot more and tries to flank you.
Right.
Owen's been doing his slightly different game of.
Izaak's got an interesting way of passing. He gets in really tight, and he's just like high stepping and.
Isaac's doing a lot of high stepping.
Lots of high stepping.
Trying to force north south.
Oh, is he?
I feel.
Yeah, he's always trying to spin you. He's always trying to like get you moving.
Go down, head on the hip line, and go from north south.
Do you feel quite heavy?
I'll tell you what. He surprised me with how good he felt going from side to side in terms of once he passed, his retention of the pass was very good. Because I would be
like, as in staying low and being able to go side to side.
No, like you go to frame one way and he's already cut the corner. He's gone round. He's creating back exposure. Then you're putting your back to the floor. Like he's making you work and hold his weight, and he's just like surfing around you. And everywhere you go to frame off, he's not there.
Shout Australians, good at surfing, bro.
I did fucking well. Like he felt. I would say it sounds weird. I was most impressed by him because I expected Giancarlo to be that good.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh wow! So did you think Michelle was better than Giancarlo?
No. I expected Giancarlo to be that amazing. I wasn't sure what to think of Isaac's groundwork.
Right. Okay.
Right, which is why I was more impressed because I was like, oh shit, my expectation was here, but he was there.
He was actually fucking good.
Whereas Giancarlo expected to be there, and he was obviously fucking there.
Yeah. Fair play. He does seem very athletic.
It was good having them though. I think it's been a great training week for that.
It has been a good week, to be fair. I've trained 3 times already,
Shocking.
which
Usually
is shocking.
It's 3 a month.
No, it's not. It's 3 a week.
You're getting ready for the super fight.
It's 3 a week. I'm going to train tomorrow as well, which will be 4. And then I've trained with Sandro on Sunday, which will be an unfortunate hour for me.
You're training with Sandro on Sunday?
I promised him the open mat.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
Me and Owen might not be there. We might go into Polaris.
Are you going to go?
Might go to Polaris.
You should go. I wanted to go to that. It's on Saturday night, isn't it?
You going to that sex party?
Yeah, with the missus.
Is the missus coming to this one?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
This one, finally.
She's finally accepted it.
She's finally accepted it.
I thought, why were you crying that she always goes out with other guys?
It's a long story. We'll save it for another podcast.
Can't wait to be back on.
Can't wait to get back.
Wait.
What time are we at? We got another 5 minutes. We'll just edge this out for another 5 minutes.
Love edging. Go on, ask me.
Ask me anything.
Cool.
Ask me anything. What a fun time this has been. Have you had a great time? You've been looking forward to this moment? I've been looking forward to this moment.
You have not been looking forward to this moment.
Why? You know what I might do? I think I'm going to buy 2 extra microphones. So when we go to Vegas next year, you're coming to Vegas next year, yeah? We have, and I need to get that focus right there. So we have access, and I'll bring the microphones with us. And if we want to do any kind of podcasting when we're out there, we can set that up.
Yeah, you also want to be careful of that. You don't want to be asking people for fucking interviews like right before they're going on the mat.
No, you do it after. Well, we
got to pick that time well.
Obviously, we're going to have Gordon and Raj, and they both agreed. You know about the story, right?
Yeah.
And
your phone number.
Fuck, We'll see if we can make that one happen again. That could be a good podcast.
Could be.
Could not be.
Could be.
Could be. No, that'll be fun.
Are you still going to Roca to train?
Me?
Yeah.
why would they accept me? I'm not training every day.
I thought you said you were
Got
going to
the invite.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go teach them a few things.
Yeah, I should. Well, that's what I was chatting to Owen. Next year in Vegas, I want to go out there earlier, and it's like, okay, do I want to travel a bit beforehand, or do I want to train a little bit beforehand? Maybe that's what it's like. Do we go Austin, mate? I don't want to spend a week in Vegas. Vegas is not a fun place.
No. If you go, the reality is to Vegas next year, and you want to train, to get into like the camp of a good team towards the end, they have to know that you're a safe training partner.
I am a safe training partner. Realistically, I actually am. I train with Owen and you all the time, and I've never injured either of you. Have I injured you? Answer the question.
You are not a safe training partner.
Have I injured you?
I mean, that's only because I'm so good at keeping my body safe.
Have I injured Owen? No. Exactly.
Have I felt at times that you had zero control of your body mechanics? Yes.
When?
Okay. Do you realize I've stopped framing when you're in half guard on top?
Yeah, because you just can't see. I'm going to get that puck.
Because it's not, let me get my underhook. It's a Japanese arm break. If it goes, it goes. It's like, bang.
Yeah, you're scared, fam.
I'm petrified.
You're scared of the
actually petrified.
Because I'm going to get the pass as well.
You're not going to get the pass. You get the injury.
No, I just need to refine my skills. I don't have enough in my arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot in your ass.
There's a lot in my ass. But I don't have enough in my... If I had more moves in my arsenal, you'd be fucked. You honestly would. But I don't have enough moves. So I just get there and I get stuck.
But isn't that the point of jiu-jitsu? Is to learn more moves. So you're complaining that your jiu-jitsu is not good enough, but if your jiu-jitsu is better, you might beat me. Yeah, that's what everyone's trying to do. Everyone is trying to get better jiu-jitsu.
Exactly. I need to follow the instructions that we give out on this podcast. Watch more instructionals, and then
I think you need to follow the instructions that are being shown every day in class at 11 to 11:30.
Shout out Keenan Gracie. Shout out Roger Gracie Academy. Let's wrap this podcast up.
Amazing. Love wrapping up.
Great to see you, Christian Ozbek.
Amazing.
What a pleasure. Maybe you and I should just start a podcast.
Should we kick out on?
Just kick out on. Guys, remember, like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, YouTube top left-hand corner. Spotify top left-hand corner. Shout out No Faff Marketing. If you want to get SEOs on point, show up first on Google. You need No Faff Marketing. And she also has good web design as well. If you have a business and you want to improve your business's ability to show up on Google, get better results, check it out.
Buy my instructional. I beg
go
you.
Buy Christian.
I beg you.
I beg you to go
too.
buy Christian Ozbek's instructional on how to get better at judo. Check out Owen Flanagan's instructionals. If you want to get strong in any way possible, check out my strength programs.
Also, Owen's looking for a sponsor for a trip to Turkey. He wants to do his hair.
Dr. Film. He looks like Dr. Film.
No, he looks like the naked mole rat from Kim Possible.
Dr. Film.
No, it's the mole rat from Kim Possible.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Great to see you. All right, done. There we go.